Versatile. Remember, versatile. Hello, my fellow Snarkatarians. What's going on? It is me, Jess, and thank you for coming by again this weekend, or whatever you're watching this. Thank you for coming by in general. I appreciate it. You will see that my eyes look like they've been hit by two pieces of meat. Unfortunately, I have come to the conclusion that one of my eyeshadow palettes is the culprit. It really sucks, but it happened the last time I wore it too. The weird thing about it is that it doesn't actually start kicking in, like the allergic reaction, until about 7 hours in. So I forget about it, I keep it on longer than I probably should, and then it starts acting up on me. So we'll deal with it. It gets a little, that actually feels good. They get puffy, they get red. It is what it is. But I think I need to part ways with this palette, unfortunately. So today I'm going to be doing a full face of favorites. Primer to lips. I'm moisturized, I am washed. Clearly my hair has been washed as well. But I'm going to talk about the favorite things that I'm using right now in my makeup arsenal. Some of these things I've repurchased several times. I've been using at least, over a year. So I wouldn't necessarily call some of these holy grails, because there are other things that I have used, that I've started using in the last couple of months, weeks to months, that I just keep reaching for. So they're not necessarily holy grail status, some of these. Some of them are, but some of these are just kind of new products that I've started reaching for over and over and over again. So we're going to get started. All I did was moisturize. I have not primed. My favorite primer that I'm using right now, and that I have been using for quite some time, is the Flower Beauty In Your Prime Hydrating Primer. It's just a light, kind of silky texture. It's not one of those silicone-y based kind of things. It's more like a moisturizer, but I do feel like it does blur a lot of imperfections, so I do use this quite a bit. Flower Beauty line. Anything that says moisturizing, I'm all for that. Put a little bit on my finger here. And it's cooling. Feels really nice. Work that all over. The other thing that I've started using recently is the Maybelline Master Blur Stick. I think this is in the light medium shade. And I really like it. This is more of a silicone. This is much more of a pore blurring sort of thing. And I used it kind of all over the first couple times that I used it, and started getting like really big bumps right in between my forehead. So I find that the best place for application of this that covers and blurs the pores but doesn't break me out is right here. So I'm just going to smush a little bit of this on and just kind of pat it in with my fingers. I don't tend to break out here from this product, so I will list everything in the description box as I have been using. The one thing that I've really enjoyed using, this is not something that I use on a daily basis. I have a lot of foundations. I will probably continue to collect foundations over time, but the one that I know that I can absolutely 100% trust, if I have to go somewhere kind of fancy, if I just want to give myself a nice, even, fresh glow to my face, what I'm going to reach for time and time again is the Physicians Formula Healthy Foundation. Oh my gosh, I found out about this maybe a year ago in January. I forget exactly when it came out, but it's been out a little bit over a year now, I believe. I was excited about it. I don't know why. I get this gut feeling about foundation sometimes, which sounds very weird. I should get gut feelings or on people or situations, but I don't. I get them on foundation. That's my secret superpower. Lucky me. But anyway, I was excited to pick this up. Now, Physicians Formula, I've mentioned in some of my past videos, does not have a stellar shade range. I'm one of those lucky people that can usually find my shade in amongst the small scatterings of things that they may have. The thing about this is that this is my exact shade. I found the best way to apply this is with my fingers. I think it just kind of melts in to my skin a little bit better, and I will apply that for you now. It does have one of those doe foot applicators, buck foot applicators. Some people really are not happy with the smell. There's a smell. It doesn't, honestly, it doesn't really bother me. I had used the Wet n Wild Photo Focus, and that smells like pure house paint. Like I'm gonna paint my entire house with this. Oh, I know what I forgot. Holy shit balls. Hold on a second. And I'm back. I find that it makes things a lot easier, at least makeup application, when you have your brushes. It helps. It helps. I mean, can you see right away? I've only done one side of my face. How much prettier that is, how much smoother, how much brighter that is. Man. So anyway, I was using the Photo Focus from Wet n Wild that smelled like house paint, big time house paint. And that's a matte formula anyway, so I stopped using it. This is kind of a similar smell, but not quite as bad. I feel, and you know, maybe I'm wrong here, but if I think of it as a warm brown sugared bourbon smell, then it sounds delightful and I want to drink it. So I'm still applying, using my fingers. Hey, there's the little bottle fart. So I do actually at this point go in with a brush and just kind of smooth it all over, but doesn't really need it. It's such a beautiful foundation. And it's a brightening complex too in it. I see it. I feel like I'm brighter. I feel like I'm brighter. I am not necessarily brighter. This is not a foundation that I tend to powder. I just don't powder in general, and I'm sticking to that. Here's a random thought for you. I was at a 1-year-old's birthday party yesterday. Matt's family. Love them to death. Always have a good time with them. Here's my take on a 1-year-old birthday. But if it were me, I would see it more as not a 1-year-old's birthday party, because you know what? They don't remember. Does anybody remember their first birthday party? No. Now, it did look like he was having a good time. You know, he had his smush cake and he was getting all into it, and it was decorated very nicely. There's all kinds of stuff there. It was, like I said, it was quite lovely. My thought on it is, I think it should be more of a celebration as a parent that you haven't torn your hair out, killed yourself or your partner. The kid's all right, you're all right, and you should celebrate that. So have a big party. I think maybe more of like a 1-year anniversary of being a parent, because you'll remember that. Maybe. Yeah, the kid just happens to be there, you know, off in the wings. But, you know, you get your own smush cake, you can get your own frustrations out on the year. Hopefully there aren't that many, but I think that would be fun. That's how I would do it. And that, again, is Jess's random thought of the day. Okay, moving on. So this foundation, it never fails me. It does the same thing. It is so consistent over and over and over again. I just love it. So moving on to concealer. You've seen me do this. You saw me do this last time. The two that I am currently using right now is the Pacifica Natural Minerals Liquid Cover. There's got to be a better way for me to do this. And I'm also using the E.L.F. Camo Concealer, this ultralight color that is nowhere near my face tone. But I use it anyway just to brighten things up a little bit. This brush you see me use all the time. This is the EcoTools 360 coverage, 360 something. I love this brush. It's super dense. I feel like it really kind of pushes the concealer into it. Doesn't really like wipe it away. It kind of presses it in and that kind of stuff. So I'm going to go in with this one first, the darker color. And it is quite emollient, so you don't need very much. So I do start with my fingers, work up to the brush. And And then I press everything back in with my makeup sponge. Are y'all confused as to where to look today between this freaking sweatshirt and my Turby Twist? Okay, moving on. So the one thing that I wanted to show you, but kind of felt like it wasn't really fair, you've seen me do this before in the past, like one of my very first videos. It's the model's own Sculpt and Bronze cream to powder sculpting pan. I still use that every day. I reach for it, but I don't think it's quite fair to use in this circumstance because I don't think you can get it anymore, which kind of really sucks. Because I've hit pan in multiple spots of that. I will use it till I'm like scraping the side of it. So instead, when I got the camo concealer, the light one, I also got the shade Deep Cinnamon. I saw Tati do this. She was using it as a contour instead. So I'm going to use that. And I do have my Real Technique sculpting brush, which I really like. It's one of their metals. Super dense up here and really kind of helps buff, like kind of work things in. So I think I've used this once in this capacity. Well, what other capacity would I use this for, really? So we're going to give it a whirl again today and see how this all plays out. But I know I don't need much. Bare ass. And I'll also employ this puppy too. Ooh. That's a bit orange. It is blending out pretty. That's a little better. It's pretty darn orange though. Oh. And since I don't use powder, let me see if maybe I can buff this out with a... It actually looks okay in the mirror. I don't know how it looks. It's okay. Ooh, light hand. I need like one tiny little drop for that. I'm feeling cocky now, so I'm gonna go in just on the forehead. A little bit. I know that this is a drier formula. That's why I don't use it alone as a concealer, because I know it's dry. So why I put it on my forehead on one side and on both sides before I blend it out is beyond me. But that is I'm harboring my inner Brigitte Nielsen, I think. You Americans. All right, I think we're good. We're gonna stop with that right there. 2 products that I've been using for my eyebrows. Yes, 2 products, not just one, but 2, because, you know, why not? The world of excess here. I have been using the Beige HD Brow Pencil, the Studio Pro HD Brow Pencil in medium. I love this thing. I've got them at Ulta. I've ordered them online at BH Cosmetics. And I'm a little worried. The last time I was on the website, it said last chance products. And these were on there, and they were like $3.50, which is awesome for me. But I'm not sure if that means that they're discontinuing the item, which is really gonna suck because I love them. I just got 3 for like $10.50 or $11, and I don't know, but I stocked up. No matter whether it was a ploy, maybe it was like a last chance on the sale, maybe? I don't know, but BH, please don't. No. I don't want to be one of those people on YouTube that keep talking about things that are discontinued. I already started with my sculpting powder. The other thing I've been using is the Urban Decay Brow Blade. This is in Taupe Trap, and I really like it because of the ink side. The ink pen, it has a really kind of tapered tip here. I am not the best at doing the fake hairs, but I feel like if anything's going to do a good job in my hand, then it's going to be that thing. So I think it's the most boring thing in the world to watch somebody put their eyebrows on. So I'm going to do that off camera and come back shortly. Now the Urban Decay one does have a waterproof pencil on it as well. And I've used it and it's perfectly fine. And I will probably use it again sometime. If I'm traveling, I'll just take this in a pinch. The only problem with this is it doesn't have a spoolie. I do like using the spoolie and just kind of run it through my brows. So I'm going to do my brows off camera and I will be right back. All right, we're back. I am browed and wowed. Next, we're going to work on the eyeballs a little bit here. I don't know. I'm going to do something a little bit on the simpler side, more of an everyday kind of work look sort of thing. So as far as priming my eyes, I use two things. I go in with the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. This is the anti-aging potion. It doesn't work that many wonders on me. It is not opaque, but I never have any problems with it creasing on me. It's a nice kind of silky formula. And I just kind of pat that in. The next step, I usually do, some people do it, some people don't. It depends on, I think, what you're doing. I tend to powder it, and what I use is the Wet n Wild Single Shadows. And this is in the color Brulee. It's really nice just to kind of set it so it's not so sticky. There's different thoughts on that. I think it all depends, personally it depends on the makeup, the eyeshadow look you're going for. If you want something super dramatic and you want those eye colors to pop, those eyeshadow colors to pop, then I wouldn't necessarily powder. I think if you want something a little softer, a little, easier to blend as opposed to really packing on shadow, then I would go with using a powder. So I'm just gonna put this all over the eyelids. These are like $1.99 at any drugstore. I was thinking about this the other day, and this has been talked about quite a bit. I'm probably beating a dead horse at this point, but the price of drugstore stuff has gotten quite out of control here. The Physicians Formula, while it's drugstore, it still retails for like $13, something like that. So you can always kind of use a coupon. Drugstore isn't drugstore anymore. The only brand that I feel is keeping it drugstore is Wet n Wild. They keep coming out with new products and good products. I just picked up some of their liquid catsuit lip glosses, and they're amazing. They were $4.99. I was like, buy one, get one 40% off. So I, of course, had to buy two. But if you're going to be drugstore, like they're the only company I feel that can continuously call themselves drugstore, except their products keep getting better. So I don't know how they keep the cost down, but it is possible, people. It is possible. If you are looking for a nice, high-quality eyeshadow palette, something that you want to invest money in, everyday kind of things, or if you just kind of want to vamp it up because you're going out, you want to like make things pop, for your money, I think one of the best things still around today is the Too Faced Chocolate Bar Palette. It's $49, which some people could balk at. But honestly, this is, I think, one of the companies, this and like Urban Decay and maybe Tarte, that really kind of put energy behind the concept of a palette like this, where there is many, many colors in it, many different textures of colors, mattes and shimmers and glitters. And this has been around for a long time. Never mind the fact that I could just bite into it right now. Just give it a little lick because it smells divine. The blendability of these mattes and some of these eyeshadows, I think, are just, they're worth it. They're worth the $49. Once I run down on these, probably get another one because it just works so well. This kind of is a ride or die for me. It is something I reach for it every single day. I don't wear eyeliner, so I will either use the Salt Caramel color a lot. I use the Marzipan. And then just about every day I use the Triple Fudge. I use it as an eyeliner. But some of the milk chocolate, the semi-sweet, I use those constantly. I'm going to start with the salted caramel here. It's just such a pretty transition color. Sometimes I don't use anything else. I will just run this through the crease. And there's like a pinky aspect to it that just seems to work really well with my skin tone. I just find it to be really pretty. And I can't believe that I haven't hit pan on this color yet, because I think I've used it the most out of all of them. Because I was using it there on an everyday basis, just as a transition color. And then a lot of times I will just use this and then the Marzipan and do a little line with the Triple Fudge and call it a day. That's all you need. Yes. And then I'm going to go in with the milk chocolate here, just to deepen up the crease a little bit. This one looks like I'm going to hit pan. There's a nice little dent in it, so I'm probably going to hit pan on that sometime soon. Hopefully not anytime soon. But I use this color a lot. I just kind of tend to put this on the outer corner and bring it in to the crease a little bit, just to deepen it up. And that's just pretty. The other color that I've used in here before as like a setting shadow for the eye primer is the white chocolate. I've used that quite a bit. That's also nice as a brow bone color. And I think I will add a little bit of the semi-sweet here. Semi-sweet, this guy here. Just in the outer corner, and I do kind of bring that up onto the brow bone a little bit. Ooh, that's the wrong color. Okay, so, oh no, I'm not done yet. I'm jumping the gun. I am going to go in with Marzipan now and just put a little bit of shimmer on the lid. A lot of people say not to do this when you get older because it enhances the texture on your eyelid. Yes, I see that. I'm well aware of it. I'm going to do it anyway because I like a little shimmer. And then I am going to go in with the white chocolate. Just a little bump of highlight on the brow bone. And then, as I said before, I do not use a lot of eyeliners, pencils, or pens, or anything like that. I do have a few from Urban Decay, the 24/7 glide-on eyeliners, which I really like. If you want like a pop of color, what I like to do is do something very simple. Just go in with salted caramel, a little bit of marzipan, and then a nice bright pop of color on the upper lid. I just think is kind of fun, especially in the summertime. Do like a nice aqua or like a gold color or something like that. So I'm gonna like to get in to that a little bit more. So I'm gonna go in with Triple Fudge, this guy here, and just put that, run that over the top lash line. This smells so good. So good. But this is not drugstore. One of the few things that I've shown you that is not drugstore, but I think it's worth it. I've had it. I use it. It's great for travel. It's great for every day. And then you can bump up your look a little bit if you need to. So if you're one of those girls, you just want one eyeshadow palette, this is it. This is the one I recommend. And like I said, it's been around for a long time. There's some palettes that come out like from this brand and they're kind of limited edition. I think this started it, and there's a reason why it's still around, because it's good. It's worth the $49. I just spent some money at Sephora yesterday. Got a new foundation. I'm not going to tell you which one yet, but Tarte has it out now. And then I also went on ColourPop's website and purchased something out of their new big to-do makeup line. You know which one it is? So I'm excited. I'll play around with that. When I get that, I'm going to do kind of like, not a first impression, but we'll play around with that. I'm really excited. I didn't get the whole collection. But I got some stuff. Mascara. One of the things from Ulta that I will be getting, it's not under 21 Days of Beauty, but they have Ulta specials for certain weeks, like some of their makeup brands. So one of the things that I have gotten several things of different kinds is their mascara. This is the Ulta Beauty Legendary Lengths. This is the soft black. I love this one. I also have the amped lashes. I have the twisted volume. And then there's another one in a pink tube. And I like all of them. They all kind of do different things. This is just a really natural, it really does lift the eyelashes. I don't know if you can see the wand, but it's one of those kind of rubbery ones, rubbery tips, and I feel like those work the best for me. Guys, I don't like Lash Paradise. I hate it. I hate when it looks clumpy on my eyelashes. I hate that look. I don't look like freaking spider eyes or anything like that. This really does a nice job at lengthening, separating, and I think all of the Ulta Beauty mascaras do have that kind of a rubbery wand. The pink one that I got, that one scares me a little bit. Some of those bristles are like coming right at you. So I have to be careful. I need a gentle hand. It's not one of those things that I can just like quick. I have to be careful with that one because I'm afraid I'm going to poke myself in the eye. So anyway, I'm going to do a little mascara. They don't clump. They do a really nice job. They don't flake on me. I feel like I wear it all day and it's still there. They separate it. They separate my lashes really nicely. And I think coming up the last week of the 21 Days of Beauty, from like the 31st to April 6th or something like that, they're going to be $10, 50% off, something like that. And I will stock up on these because I like these a lot. They might be a tad more expensive than some of the drugstore things, but they've never irritated my eye. They've always done a really nice job. So, like I normally do, the end, after I put all the rest of my face makeup on, I do my bronzer and my blush. I don't do my eye, it's just what I do. So the one that I've been using a lot, there's two that I use a lot. One is the Makeup Geek in Tawny. And then this is the BH Cosmetics. You've seen me use this before. This is the Brilliance bronzer in Golden Gal. It's a peachier kind of bronzer. The Makeup Geek one is a little darker and a little more tawny. That I'm going to kind of stick with a warmer kind of, this is the lighter shade and has a nice mirror. I love the packaging on this. Makes me want to go to the beach. Not just the beach, makes me want to go to like Miami or something. But this is good, nice bronzer for lighter skin tones such as myself. I just feel like it polishes everything up a little bit. Finally gives me that, it kind of brings everything together. You know, because if you're going for a particular look, a lot of times you're going to focus on the eyes and then you don't necessarily know what you're going to do with the eyes sometimes, unless you absolutely know. But even then, I like to see what it looks like and then decide on my blush and my bronzer afterwards, just so it kind of flows a little bit better. All right, almost there, folks. Thanks for sticking with me and all my babbling. And then this is the one I can't get away from it. Again, I can't find it on the Ulta website. This is the Catrice Strobing Blush in Mrs. Summer Peach. I just love it. I do. I love it. It's just a fresh little number. And I just kind of press this on initially. And then give it a little kind of press and swipe. A little bit. Especially on this side. So again, I don't know that they make this anymore, but I can't stop using it. I will use it. Again, I'll be scraping the bottom of this. Is there anything that I missed? Yes, there is. Facial sprays. Setting mists. Setting sprays. The one I kind of reached for a lot is the Revolution Hyaluronic Fix. I like it. Ain't nothing wrong with a little hyaluronic action as far as I'm concerned. It's supposed to help plump, help keep moisturization in the skin with all the stuff, and then just have everything kind of melt. Any of your powders, foundations, kind of mix together and melt together. So I'm going to give myself a little spritz. It is a weird smell. It smells very, like, not antiseptic. Like, almost, when you say antiseptic, I think of Listerine. I don't think it smells like Listerine, but it's almost like chlorine-ish. You know, I'm going to go spray some chlorine on my face, and there are probably people balking like, and of course there's a little bit of alcohol in here. Sterile, that's what I'm thinking of. It smells like sterile water. So, all right, so that's what I use. I also like the Fix Plus, the new one that they came out with, the Boom Boom Bloom. I'm debating if I want to try that because I do like Fix Plus in general. I do like the scent of that. There's one thing I forgot. Can you believe it or not? Lips. The thing that I probably reach for the most is the Color Riche Shine from L'Oreal. And this particular one is in the color 900. It's Glossy Fawn. These feel like a balm. They're like a lip gloss. They're so nice. They're kind of, not super sheer, but it's just lovely. It has like a nice little caramel corn, caramely scent to it, but these are just, they feel good on the lips. They're not matte. They're nice and glossy. They're kind of lip balmy, all that good stuff. So this is my favorite thing for lips that I do reach for time and time again. Mwah. So this is it. I'm going to go up to my parents today and say hi. I spent a little time with them again. But this is the finished makeup look, Turby Twist and all. I think this actually ended up turning out nice. But like I said, these are things that I'm going to buy over and over again, at least things that I'm reaching for on a daily basis. I'm much better at starting these videos than I am ending them. I will be seeing you next week in my next video. I'm not quite sure what that's going to be yet. Say hi. Don't forget to subscribe. You can check me out at the Pesky Snarkatarian on Instagram. Click the notifications bell. Anything else? I always feel like I missed something. I am going to be editing the crap out of this video. So I also wanted to remember there was something that I forgot. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked going on this makeup journey with me. What are your favorites? What are some of your ride or die, holy grail kinds of foundations or blushes or anything like that? I'd love to know. Please leave a comment down below. Enjoy the rest of your day and do your best to always stay snarky.